You like Nikki? You like Nikki? You can't see this. You just shut up. You suck, Nikki. Hey everybody, it's Lolly, and I am back for the Elimination Chamber 2017 results. I wrote down everything I felt that was needed to be written down. A lot of this stuff is just like random comments on the matches and whatnot, but I also have my predictions, and I put down who won and who lost. And overall, I'm gonna just say this before I even get into it. Overall, I would say this was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. That's like the main thing, because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of wrestling fans don't ever want to enjoy nothing no more, because like once one thing happens, they just sit there and bitch about a whole fucking pay-per-view for like the longest time. Even if there are some bad points, I get that, but I enjoyed myself. Like, the Elimination Chamber match had me lit. I was enjoying the fuck out of that. I was enjoying the fuck out of Harper versus Orton. That match was incredible. Yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, so in terms of predictions, there were 8 matches, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 4 for 8, so I got half right and half wrong. I was right with Mojo Rawley versus Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder. Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins. I was right about that. I don't even have anything to really say about that. I also ended up missing like the first half of the match because I almost set my kitchen on fire. So there were more important things to be worried about. One thing I really wanted to point out, I really don't get this whole Carmella and James Ellsworth thing. So let me explain something really fucking quick. Like I explained in my predictions video, I went through where I watched wrestling and then I stopped for a little bit and then I came back. So during the time where I wasn't watching, James Ellsworth became a thing, and I don't know what his gimmick is. I don't know who he is. I don't know what the point is. At first I thought he was just because I saw him as like the jobber or whatever, right? Then I guess everybody just latched on to him, so everybody's like, you know, you want Ellsworth apparently. And okay, that's fine, but don't y'all think he overstayed his welcome a little bit? Because I don't get it. Why is he with Carmella? That's such a random ass pairing. Like, is he just this generation's Colin Delaney? Because that's literally what the kind of vibe I'm getting from him. It was just really annoying the entire time. Like, they kept going back to her, asking her for her opinions. Like, nobody cares at this point. Like, she was just being annoying. And I like Carmella. That's the funny thing. I liked Carmella, but I don't think I like heel Carmella. The first match on the card was Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. Overall, I think the Becky versus Mickie match was okay. It wasn't anything fantastic. I was expecting a lot more, but it seemed like it was really slow paced. And Becky won by a roll up. I don't know how to feel about roll up wins anyway. So, but I mean, Becky won, and the match was okay. Next up on the card was Ziggler versus Kalisto and Apollo Crews. But of course, like I half predicted, Kalisto was coming out and Ziggler came out and attacked him and threw him into the thing. He threw him into a wall. If you saw this show, you know what I'm talking about. Threw him into the thing, and then he just fought Apollo for like the first, I don't know, like 8 minutes or something, and then Kalisto came back out, and they still had the handicap match. But at the end of the day, Kalisto and Apollo ended up winning the match. Again, like I had predicted, after they won the match, Ziggler kind of just threw a fit and, you know, beat the hell out of Kalisto, then beat the hell out of Apollo, put Apollo's ankle in like one of the chairs and like closed it twice. Ziggler did that, and he was walking over, was like, "Thank you, Ziggler." I'm like, you sadistic fucks. After Ziggler versus Apollo and Kalisto, it was the tag team turmoil match, and it started off with Heath and Rhino versus Breezango. You know, the tag team turmoil match was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Here's what happened. Heath versus Breezango, and then they got rid of Breezango, and then I believe the Vaudevillains came out. Heath and Rhino versus the Vaudevillains. The Vaudevillains lost, so Heath and Rhino won that. And then the Usos came out. Then it was Usos versus Heath and Rhino, and the Usos got rid of Heath and Rhino, and then it was American Alpha versus the Usos, and American Alpha won over the Usos, and the Usos beat American Alpha, like, after they had lost. They beat them up really bad, and then the Ascension came out, and I was like, because they were laid out, I was like, yo, are the Ascension actually about to win this? Because nobody really thought about it, because everybody had counted the Ascension out. Everybody was like, you know, fuck the Ascension, like, they ain't gonna do shit. They did get the win on SmackDown before Elimination Chamber, but man, that match was really good. It really had me like teetering, because I really thought the Ascension was gonna win, but at the end, American Alpha retained their titles like I predicted. Next up on the card was Nikki versus Natty. Natty's such a bad heel. Entire match for Natty being heel was her doing this and then grabbing Nikki and holding her into some hold, and then like looking around, going, "You like Nikki? You like Nikki? You can't see this. You just shut up. You suck, Nikki." That's the entirety of heel Natty. The match ended in a double countout, and that was so counterproductive. I was like, well, what the fuck? That didn't solve shit. Nikki Bella can wrestle, okay? We can't ever sit here and try to say that Nikki Bella can't wrestle no more, because like that was the main excuse as to why people don't like Nikki Bella. You can have your reasons as to why you don't like her, but she can wrestle, okay? She can go. So and then they had a little interview after the match, and of course Natty attacked Nikki backstage, and they had a brawl. They got makeup over Maurice, and that was just kind of a thing that happened. And then the referees had to pull them apart. And this is getting really tiresome. I'm getting real sick of this. Like, they gonna have to figure something out. They gonna have to settle this, because this is getting a little bit annoying. Next up on the card was Randy Orton versus Luke Harper. I was so behind Luke Harper. That match was really, really good. Let me see if I have any notes on it. I didn't have any notes on it. I really just put Luke versus Orton. Damn. Because the match was really good. It had a lot of good spot. I really thought Harper was gonna win. I was so like behind it. I was like angry every time Orton kicked out. I was like, damn it. But the announcers kept saying like, oh well, this is it. Orton has a clear road to WrestleMania now that he's gotten Harper out of the way. I'm like, really? That's it? They just gonna have that one match and then they done for? And then the last match before the Elimination Chamber was Naomi versus Alexa Bliss. I was wrong on this because I said that maybe they'd have Alexa win this one and Naomi will win at WrestleMania since it's her hometown. I have no problems with Naomi being champion. I really do want Naomi to be champion because, as the crowd said, she does deserve it. The match wasn't really anything too amazing, unfortunately. I mean, it was great. It was good, but it wasn't like blown back like, oh, it was a great moment. I almost cried when she started crying and everyone was like, you deserve it. I'm like, yes, bitch, you do deserve it. And last but not least, definitely not least, was the Elimination Chamber match. Bray Wyatt versus John Cena versus AJ Styles versus The Miz versus Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. A wild fucking ride that was. Oh my god. We started out with Cena versus Styles, which is lit. Okay, I knew Baron Corbin wasn't gonna win, okay? I knew it. I, however, did not think he was gonna be the first one eliminated. Everybody was laid out, and the only person that was standing was Baron, and then Miz was still in his thing, because Miz was the last one to be let out of the pod. And everybody's laid out, and Baron's sitting around posing and shit. I'm like, pin somebody, you idiot! And what happens? Dean Ambrose gets a roll up on him. So, but the thing is, Ambrose got a roll up on him, and Corbin is fucking freaking out like, and he beats the holy hell out of Dean Ambrose. He beats the shit out of him. And Miz pins Ambrose, and Ambrose is out. After Corbin's out, Ambrose is out. So I think that could lead up to a Baron versus Ambrose kind of feud. Maybe they'll feud for the Intercontinental Championship, which should have been defended anyways. Ambrose and Corbin are out. I remember saying, I was like, yo, I think Miz might actually win this. And then literally like a second later, I think it was Cena actually got the AA on him and pinned him. And I was like, oh, well, never mind then. Miz is out. It was down to Cena versus AJ versus Bray. Things got fucking wild. And long story short, Bray pinned Cena. And it was Bray versus AJ Styles. And I was over the fucking moon. I'll put in the clip right here. I just threw something for no reason. Yes! When Bray pinned AJ, the visceral yell of happiness that I got was absolutely unbelievable. I was so happy. I'm pretty sure everybody else was, because it was so funny. Because I had been watching some interviews before Elimination Chamber, and I watched the Bray Wyatt interview, and the people were talking to Bray about like how the fans always think that Bray deserves better and that he should be on the main card because he's such a great talent and everything. And Bray was talking about how it's good to be patient and everybody's always rushing for stuff, and he's like, he's telling him, he's like, I know my time will come eventually. It's so funny that I was watching that and then the Elimination Chamber happened. And you guys should let me know in the comments what you guys thought about Elimination Chamber. What was your favorite match? What would you have done differently if you were to, you know, change something? If you like this video, make sure you subscribe for more. Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate that a bunch. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. I should really get water when I'm doing this because I get a smoker's voice when I start talking too much. Like, you hear this? I don't know why I talk like that. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Alright. Be right.